Greetings campers, welcome to Farmeritaville. We are at Six Flags over Texas for some reason. Actually, it's media preview night. We got invited out to check out all the new stuff for Fright Fest 2024. And full disclosure, I have actually worked on this event in the past. The last time I was here was 2021, 3 years ago. I haven't been here since. I haven't kept up with anything since. So I have no idea what to expect. But just looking at the website, they have 8 haunted houses, 5 scare zones, a whole slew of new live shows, specialty food and drink offerings, themed bars, starting in like 5 minutes. They just did an announcement on the PA, so let's not waste any time. Let's get to it. I have Mrs. Farmeritaville with me, looking her Gothic Victorian best. As the invite for the media event said, Gothic Victorian attire is recommended. And she's gonna get stopped for pictures 1,000 times. We just got through security. We got our VIP media badges because, like I said, we have press passes. So like I said, also, I have a history with this park. I've worked on several projects here. I've done a lot of hours here, but I haven't set foot here or paid attention to anything going on in 3 years. So the first thing that shocks me is right here in the old, what used to be the ticketing plaza. Those used to be ticketing booths right over there. And metal detectors were over here, but all that's been demolished. And now it's a wide open front gate, which looks amazing. They need the space. It bottlenecks too much. I think this was a good move, but this is my first time seeing it. Looks awesome. All the fog and the sunset also helpful for the Halloween vibe. Got our black carpet photos. So here's the rundown of haunted houses. We have Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Unearthed, Terror at the Polynesian Palm, Saw, Trick or Treat, Reject Row, Rain Check. Like, that's the actual name, Rain Check. They're not like giving us a rain check. Stranger Things, the Conjuring universe, and then scare zones. We have Chainsaw Alley over by the Texas Giant, Freak Town, Trick or Treat, Goblin Attack Squad in Gotham City.
So, we are gathered here today to pay our respects and celebrate the lives and deaths of those who came before us.
So the opening show it faded into the dancers from the opening show, and now the music you hear in the background is live band. And they have all of these great themed tombstones right up here at the front with all of the haunt IPs lit up, which I'm sure looks even cooler when it gets dark. Making our way around through the Spain and Mexico area. Got some cool figurines out here. Looks like some of it's still in the process. I get that. Pre-opening night vibes. I'm sure by tomorrow night it'll look perfect the way it's supposed to. So Mexico and Spain, again, tonight's preview night, so the whole park's not open. It's just the Halloween stuff. So there's not really any Halloween stuff over there. And here at Courthouse Stage, starting to see some fog, some lighting, and there is a themed gunfighter show that is supposed to be happening during Fright Fest. Right now it looks like they're just doing meet and greets and photo ops. Crazy Horse Saloon is the VIP lounge. And we are VIP, so we're gonna head inside.
Hello, welcome.
Hello.
How are you tonight?
Good.
There's your pass, and here's your gift.
Awesome, thank you so much.
Just about to start.
The show is about to start.
There you are.
This is our VIP bag, which has a park guide in it. And tissue paper, just like Christmas. What else do we have here? Oh. We have Freak Show branded spooky cotton candy. And Skittles and Rice Krispies treats. Oh man, they got the good stuff in here. Pretzels. I feel something non-edible. Oh, hell yeah. Bottle openers. They get me. That's why I came to the saloon anyway. And a Fright Fest keychain.
So that's like 2 inches of letter.
You win some, you lose some. So the bartender, or I guess server, since they're not actually bartending, they've got this non-alcoholic cool blue drink. Little sweet, but not bad. But we thought, according to the email, that there were alcoholic drinks available tonight. Apparently there are not, because this is employee preview, so there are no booze available anywhere in the park. So bummer for that. But we're still here to have a great time and see all the new stuff. Fun fact number 347, one time I ran sound in the tech booth right over my shoulder there, and I was way hungover for that show. So were half of the performers. Also, they have frankenfries and cheesecake nachos, candy corn funnel cake, pumpkin spice churros, the squalor burger. It looks like they're out of hot honey chicken sandwiches. They put more of the chicken sandwich out on the table, so we're gonna try that. Not bad. So the chicken sandwich was not bad. Definitely an improvement from food the last time I was out here. Like I said, it's been a while. And they had such a huge variety though, like the fries and everything. I got the fries, they were good. I didn't eat much of them because they didn't have any forks and I didn't want to dig through brisket and queso with my fingers. I'm just stoked. This is what they've done to Saloon. They have now made it an actual bar where you can come get drinks. Again, when the event's open, they're not selling alcohol tonight, but they've got the entrance and exit over there on the end. And now they have an outside patio where you can drink and watch the passers-by or watch the show through the window. They are not funneling the audio out here. I can't hear the music that's going on in there. We're working our way through the Texas section. I like what they've done here. They made the old log ride log a planter and skeletons drowning in the blue mulch. That's fun. We have the chainsaw scare zone down here headed towards Titan. What used to be the Texas Giant Queue hundreds of years ago when dinosaurs roamed the earth.
It's a hard job.
Dinner served. Here they come. How you feeling?
So we're at the Texas Depot waiting to get on the Terror Train. I'm not sure what they called it. There's no signage over here either.
Manus equus equitare estor quaera quara masista nos receperinte vos equitare gather ghouls, tonight we feast. The horseman draws near. Oh, great headless horseman, you seek that which you have lost. A head for a head. Ride, horseman, ride! Tempo ses, mori. Feast, my ghouls! Feast!
That was definitely a cool train ride. I'm glad to see that they're trying to bring back live entertainment on the train. A couple of hiccups with the timing, but honestly, that was really cool. Live horse, gunfire, hanging stunt, fog. It was cool. We've got a haunt in the Majestic, and then there's one or two haunts all the way back here at the back end of the Gotham section. So we're going to try to check those out. So they're having the slider show right over by the Joker coaster. And they've added some bleacher seating out here on each side, and the barricades. Smart move. I think looks like we just caught the tail end of it. Okay, we're going into Stranger Things. Report to come. Well, we just came out of the Stranger Things house, and I'll go into more detail for the total review at the end of the video, but that was a Stranger Things haunted house, all right.
Hi, Alex.
Now we are headed to the Conjuring. Once again, they're not going to let us video inside, but I'll give you guys the rundown at the end of the video. Oh, we're headed to Majestic Theater to check out Reject Row, past the Camera Shy Slider Squad. Walking around to the front of Majestic, we have found the prehistoric Manitou. And that looks like they're working on a scare zone down there on the back road to Looney Land.
Yeah.
It's barricaded off. Maybe more last minute stuff. I know how that goes. So we just came out of Rejects Row in the Majestic Theater, and you see the flashing light there is the fire alarm system on that building. Now, we got all the way through the show with no problem, but one thing I noticed in the middle was an e-stop button, like a lot of haunted houses have and should. The problem was it was right at eye level, right in front of your face with no labeling on it. And I said it in my head, I'm like, someone is gonna hit that button. And I don't know if that's what happened. I suspect that's what happened, but I don't know. Over here at the Lone Star Pad, unearthed one of the, another one of the original houses. And we're gonna see what it's like. All right, we're squeezing in one more original tear at the Polynesian Palm. This is probably the one I am the most excited about because I love the theme, obviously the Polynesian 60s vibe. And if this is repurposing like I think it is, this is gonna be a nice long haunted house. We just did Polynesian Palm, and here's the best part. It ends up here in this room with a real tiki bar, which again is not open right now, but you could come out and scream and then get like a tropical cocktail. And let me tell you, big fan of that. And when you come out of the Polynesian tiki bar exit, over here across the way used to be the blacksmith shop. And man, they've gutted all the trees and blown out the back of this, and now it's a tiki bar too. So you have a place to get your drink and hang out, and words cannot express how happy this makes me. This is fantastic. And you got a great view of the back Texas section with all the fog drifting out through the trees over Johnson Creek. Taking a quick look at the Fright Fest merch. Socks. Got some cool hoodies. Oh, I dig the 80s logo on there with like the fangs. That's cool. Steampunk stuff. Get all your steampunk stuff. And back here in the back of the store, they got a lot of generic stuff. I'm digging their artwork though. Like the artwork is great on a lot of these shirts. Okay, I really like that one. I caught up with my group. What an interesting night. I'll start by saying 3 hours was the time for the event, 7 to 10 p.m. I thought that seemed kind of short, but at the same time, for a weeknight, it also kind of made sense until I looked at the list of available stuff to do on the website. 2 of the haunted houses were not open tonight, the Saw Haunted House and the Trick or Treat Haunted House. So obviously we didn't get to those. We did get to go to the Conjuring and Stranger Things, and we got to Reject Row, which is an original house that they put inside the old Majestic Theater. And we got to go to Unearthed, which is another original house that was in the tent on the Lone Star pad. Terror at the Polynesian Palm. I had to read it off my phone. I couldn't remember the actual name of it. So here's a little bit of breakdown of the haunted house situation at Fright Fest this year. So the pros and cons. I'm going to do the cons first because I like to end things on a high note, and I'm going to try to keep this brief. Overall, with all the houses, the cons were just throughput. Their throughput was very, very slow. And we had the VIP Press Express Pass tonight, the kind of skip the line pass, and we still had to wait for quite a bit to get through these shows. So throughput, kind of an issue there. I can't imagine that you would get through all 8 of these shows on a normal night. Also staffing, all the shows seemed very, very low on actors, very low. On average, I think each haunt had maybe 5 to 6 actors in it. At least that's what we saw. Overall timing for the actors, they were kind of off. Some of them didn't seem like they knew their roles that well. So again, that's an issue that can be fixed, you know, with training and just getting things going. Now the pros that I noticed in the haunted house, the Conjuring and the Stranger Things houses were the only 2 IP houses that we got through, and they had very strict no photo or video rules at all the haunts. They wouldn't let you video inside, no photographs, and they were very strict about it. That seemed to be the rule that they were the most strict on. However, Six Flags Magic Mountain had their opening night, press night prior to this one, and I was able to find 2 videos of walkthroughs where they did allow video out there. And the Conjuring house and the Stranger Things house that you can find at Magic Mountain, I'm gonna show some clips of it right here. And I'm gonna put the link to these videos in the description of this. So you can go back and watch the full walkthrough on this channel. But these haunts were pretty much carbon copy, exactly the same, scene for scene. The only changes were that they were, you know, made to fit into the buildings that they had to use here, but this is pretty much done by the same company and was a cut and paste 100%. Now onto the original houses. We went through the Majestic Theater, which is Reject Row. The haunt itself consisted of a ton of recycled props, which I expected. They were arranged interestingly. I wouldn't say that anything made sense, but there was a lot of good eye candy and a lot of cool stuff. Very quiet, not just in this haunt, but all the haunts. The soundtracks in almost all of these were very minimal. The next original we did was Unearthed. This was the old Western ghost town. The ending was pretty impressive. You opened up into like a full-blown Western town with very high scenes and lots of wraparound buildings and areas. It was kind of an impressive finale scene, but again, very lackluster in the scares and the acting. Again, that's a problem that's easily solvable. Lastly, at Polynesian Palms, this was the haunt that I was excited about because, as I mentioned earlier in this video, I helped on this event in 2021. This haunt is a permanent setup. It's there all year, and it takes up a good bit of real estate. So I knew it was going to be probably the biggest haunt in the park, and I was absolutely right. They changed the direction. It used to be a slaughterhouse with rednecks and pigs and stuff. And so the first big thing is they reversed the direction. You now go in where you used to exit. And so going through there and seeing how they use the space backwards and redressed everything was fantastic. It absolutely checked all the boxes of the tacky 1960s motel theme that they were going after. Loved it. Again, a little bit light staffing. Again, that's solvable. Nothing to do on the production end of it. The production side did a great job with this house, and I actually enjoyed it. Overall, this event has definitely got room to work. I'm sure that a lot of this can be chalked up to the merger with Cedar Fair. It looks like a lot of the stuff that they're doing is kind of in the vein of what Cedar Fair does at their Halloween events, at their parks. So good things could be on the horizon. It's also the first year that they've been doing Halloween with that merger in place. And so there's obviously going to take time to grow. The show on the train was very, very cool. I'm glad to see that they're trying stuff like that again. I know back in the 90s, they had live actors on the train and they tried to do some stuff with that. The show itself had some kind of glitches. There's live animal and a moving train. So, I mean, that's a lot of, lot to contend with, but I applaud the effort and the fact that they're even trying stuff like that. Overall, I enjoyed myself this evening, got to catch up with some friends and just, have a pleasant night out. So thank y'all for watching. If you haven't already liked, subscribed, blah, 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 you've heard the YouTube spiel before. I don't have to tell you again. Thank you again, everybody. In the meantime, go do stuff. Get out of the house and go do stuff. I'll see you soon.